there, it's Fiona here from Inspired Living. Today we're going to be talking about coffee table decor. I'm going to be taking you through two different styles. We'll be starting with contemporary, slightly more arty, and then we're moving to the more classic style. I just find there are great ways to actually use your coffee table. Nothing worse than having just a plain open coffee table, so creative ways to actually bring color and just interesting design into your space. So the first thing I start with is a selection of books. It's great to have books that perhaps are interesting for people to page through while they're sitting and chatting. Usually books that are sort of picture heavy, nothing that's too much of a novel that people are not going to sit and read a novel while they're having a glass of wine. So start with your biggest book at the bottom. I like to keep a maximum of 3 books on the table, otherwise it does tend to look a bit too cluttered. Great thing to have on your table, and again you can use whatever, if it's something you have in your home, are trays. It's really lovely to have, and you can actually put little knickknacks on the tray. It's easier to move around as well. Obviously for dusting and things like that, it's easier to actually move everything around. So once you've done those kind of, I say, key elements, then you would move on to your personal items or things that actually have meaning, to you. So little sort of glass jars or vases that you collect, or bottles, I find those are really great to have. And then you would go to candles. I love candles, and they create such a great ambiance in the room as well. So again, play with your colors. As you can see here, we're going for a slightly more orange theme. So little knickknacks like this bird, and then obviously your flowers you're carrying through as well. Obviously you need maybe some more functional items, and that would be things like coasters. A great thing I've seen as well is to have a little box or a trinket box where you would keep your matches, which would be obviously for lighting your candles, which is also great. And then personal items like frames. You can have 1 or 2, but as I said again, don't clutter it. Make sure that you've obviously got space for people to put their drinks down. So the last option that I showed you was using slightly more contemporary items to style your coffee table. Now I'm going to go on to something maybe a bit more formal. So that would maybe be a look that you would use in your TV room, and this would be something perhaps for a formal lounge. So all we're doing basically is changing out the items. The rules stay the same. So you would use obviously books that perhaps are a bit of a darker color, and then obviously the tray, the same thing. This one's a dark brown leather, so again it gives you that sort of slightly more austere feel, or you could go for something in metal, maybe an old antique tray would also be really, really pretty. Again, we'd bring on our elements, our natural elements. In this case we're going for white flowers because obviously it's slightly more formal setting. All I've done is changed out the look we did before was more orange, and this we're doing teal, which is one of my favorite colors and a very sort of trendy color for the season as well. So you would just bring in the color in slightly sort of smaller items, so like your candles and then like the little bird that we've got here. So those are 2 completely different looks, but just to show you how easy it is to actually change up the look and the style of your room. I hope you've been inspired with these tips and ideas, and we'll go ahead and do something like that in your space. So thank you so much for joining us today. Please subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks so much. Bye now.